Remind me later, OBS. I ain't got time to be updating your stupid program. Hello, hi, and welcome back to Arcadia Fallen. How are you doing? We're doing pretty good over here in Polyland. The last time we were together, the demon dungeon, that's still a thing. We're still trying to figure out a way to stop that from leaking out into the civilized world. But we also found out that our boy Caden, he did some bad. Yeah, it turns out he did a bit of a boo-boo. He kind of lied to his people. He came here, he did a messy-wessy, and now some of the forest is kind of dead-zo, and well, that's his cross to bear now. That is something he is going to have to find the wherewithal to try and right himself. So that's about where we're at now. We are just kind of trying to find a way to put a stop to all the bad that is going on. So let's dive back in. Where were we? What were we doing? I think we need to go to the flower shop because our future wife, Anne, happens to be here. So let's go flirt with her for a bit. Anne's workshop is startlingly quiet when you return. I remembered my drink this time. So I'm not gonna sound quite as hoarse. I'm still gonna sound pretty hoarse because the winter does a number to me for some reason with post-nasal drip. I'm sure that's something you needed to know. You didn't even know I had a nose. But I do. See, it's there. Anne's workshop is startlingly quiet when you return. You find the mage not busily wielding together new metals, but instead leaning against her desk, reading what appears to be a letter. Hey, what's up, Buttercup? What's this, Anne? You slacking off? Out of the two of us, I seem to be the only one working right now. Touche. Anne smiles, but lets out a tired sigh.
It's a letter from my brother.
Oh, you got a brother? How's he doing?
Informing me that one of my father's associates has gotten a permit for a court mage and insinuates quite heavily that I should give up my foolish endeavor and come settle down.
I don't know. I don't think that that's something you should do. I'm going to go ahead. I may be preemptive and not understanding the situation, but I am all in favor of people doing what they want to in life and not, these kind of pre-arranged things. These aren't good. This isn't what you would be happy doing at all. It'd probably be a fantastic appointment. You probably would not want for anything. Because this sounds really, I'm already getting the feeling that this girl's, probably from a pretty wealthy family. Just the fact that, a permit for a court mage. I don't know. Her father's associates. All of this sounds like rich person talk to me. She folds up the letter and throws it on the table dismissively.
He's an idiot if he thinks I'd settle for a life as a pathetic court jester. But you've got to admire his tenacity. I didn't think his couriers would be able to find me all the way out here.
What do you mean?
What do you mean by court jester?
So,
you know how towns have to qualify in some way to be allowed to have a mage move in? Well, some noble families got tired of their offspring ending up all over the empire, so they rigged the rules so that big estates or courts would all right. This is fancy family behavior. So mage children from noble houses go to the academy to learn pretty illusion magic and then return home to live off their family's wealth as Yeah, this girl's not an entertainer. She is way too smart to be an entertainer. Why would I ever want that for myself? Spending the rest of my life humoring a bunch of corrupt nobles. What a joke.
Tell me about...
Your father's associate? When you frame it like that, it sounds rather sketchy. Oh, that's because it is. I love my father dearly, but I am not a fan of how he uses our family's power to bend the rules to his will. About your brother.
Huh?
You have a brother?
Actually,
I have two, actually. Older brothers, both of them. We don't get to see each other much for obvious reasons, but Marcus likes to write to keep me up to date on the Hoffland family's latest shenanigans. What about your parents? Don't they write you as well?
so
My father is too busy playing politics to spend much time on family matters. He does send the occasional extravagant gift as a way to mend the tear. She clutches a tape at the gemstone brooch, holding the tie together. My mother and I have a complex relationship. We don't talk much.
Tell me about...
Your father's a politician? It is his passion. The Hoffland family has always held high standing among the elites of Erodas, but my brother's ideals have been shaping the entire region. My father's ideals have been shaping the entire region for a generation now. Erodas has a history of being rather conservative in its views on magic. My father changed that, tipping the scale towards a more open approach. He has done amazing work, so I excuse him for being a rather absent parent in my life. He would never have been happy if he'd had to put that part of his life behind him. He sounds like a great man. He really is.
I wonder...
So what are your brothers like?
so
Orion is the eldest. He's been following in my father's footsteps into politics, but I honestly don't think it suits him. He's too gentle for that type of work. It doesn't matter though, since he's the heir and is going to be set for life no matter how his political career goes. He got married last spring. I've never met his wife, but Marcus writes that she's sweet, so I'm happy for him. Marcus is different. Easily excitable, but with the attention span of a small fish. So he's a zoomer. So he is of the TikTok generation. My father is a patient man, but he's growing tired of Marcus never sticking with anything for more than a day. The one thing that does seem to keep his interest, though, is keeping in touch with me, which I appreciate. Let's talk about something else. Oh, so my future wife is loaded.
Really?
Your family is wealthy?
my excessively long name didn't give that away.
I mean, yeah, I kind of guess I should have glommed onto that as soon as you gave us your full name. The Hoffland family is one of the oldest noble lines in Erodas. It is of no use to me, however. I escaped that circus when my mage abilities were discovered, much to my family's chagrin.
About that...
You should do what you love, no matter what your family might think. My thoughts exactly. My family doesn't understand my dream or why I work so hard to reach it. They are simply projecting their own hopes and wishes onto me. It doesn't make them bad people, but it means that I have to contend with walking this path alone. At least until I succeed, then hopefully they'll realize that this is what makes me happy.
Fascinating.
It's funny. She turns to you. In a way, I think you understand me better than they do. We might not see eye to eye on some things, but you have at least experienced the same as I have and have chosen to support me even if you don't agree. That means a lot to me. Aunt smiles at you and something in the air is shifting. What do you feel? Oh! 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 Oh, I get to... Oh! We're going in! All right. Yeah! Yeah! We're locking... Do you have feelings for Anne? Yes, I do. You feel a warmth spread through your chest. Oh.
About that...
I want to get closer to you, Anne. Let's talk. touch tongues, please. Perhaps you and I should spend more time together later. Just the two of us? Anne grins, oblivious. Why wait? I could use a hand doing some of the heavy lifting around here. We can talk while you lift those boxes for me over there. Yeah, she's gonna be the dom in this relationship. I can do that, no problem. Probably. You spend the next hour helping her move stuff around the workshop.
So, you brought the alchemist back to life and somehow linked your souls together in the process? How?
Mostly by accident, really. I was trying to help and it just sorta happened.
I just kind of was farting around and it worked.
If I wasn't preoccupied with my current project, then looking into this spirit resurrection could be another viable option. I'm certain plenty of high-ranking nobles would be
I don't
interested
freaking
in
doubt it!
pursuing such research. However, I suppose the side effects might be too much, even for them.
Ma'am, I feel like...
Oh, wait, you're talking about me? Gotcha.
Ma'am, I think that kind of research is, again, the kind of thing that would probably get you executed, since magic is still very taboo around here. And I have to imagine that the magic that's been used to ensure that I have not left this mortal coil is one that would absolutely get all of us murderized, which is why we're doing all of this on the down low. Let's see. What's going on with Elizabeth? Is there anything else I can do yet, or...
Welcome back.
So,
I see.
Do I have any new ingredients? No, so there's nothing new that I can do here, so it looks like we're going demon hunting! Who's going demon hunting? We's going demon hunting!
I'll be off.
Very well.
You know,
Oh,
when I first saw you, you seemed rather intimidating. Almost like a taller Victoria.
Oh, really? That's quite a compliment. Victoria is a
she do
formidable
be
warrior.
tall,
Yeah.
and she do be liking to kill
I
things.
realized quickly that you're nothing like her. You seem tough on the outside, but one can't scratch the surface much before realizing you're quite soft.
You're a soft boy.
Like a big, glowing jellyfish.
Got away with words. So wait, is that gonna happen? Am I like missing? So like, wait, I'm just gonna do this just to see. Like, if I come back out, will I get another conversation?
I'll be.
Very well.
No. Okay. So we did that. I think we may have locked ourselves into like relationship stuff, because like we got a system prompt that time. It wasn't just like a hey, like here's a VN prompt. It was like hey, here's a menu option. Do you have feelings for Anne? I think we may have locked ourselves in. It makes me wonder now if like romance stuff will appear for other characters now. Let's go looking for some demons! Victoria is already waiting for you and Mime when you leave the alchemy shop, and she gives you a curt nod when you approach.
Are you two ready?
I mean, as ready as someone can ever be, going on a demon hunt. How are we gonna find them? So far, we just stumbled upon them in
How
town.
about that?
Normally, we'd ask around. Demons have a habit of leaving a trail. But given how anxious the townsfolk are, we better start with simply patrolling the area. If a demon is nearby, either you or I should be able to pick up on it.
Okay.
Okay, gotcha. Well, let's go on patrol duty then.
Mind if I tag along?
Not at all, my guy. I was waiting for you. Michael comes out of the shop wearing his usual lazy grin, and Victoria glares at him suspiciously.
Michael, I swear.
Just what are you planning? Nothing too nefarious, I can assure you. I thought I might lend a hand and sate my curiosity as to how a former demon huntress works.
You could call it a personal interest for self-preservation.
That's what we'll call it. If I tell you no, then you're just going to follow us around anyway, correct?
Sure thing.
You know me so well.
Fine.
Fine. Stick around where I can see you.
I see.
Nothing out of the ordinary here. Nothing here either. Everything is normal. Ugh. My feet hurt.
So.
Perhaps we should all take a break? So
I
tired.
can't believe this.
Seems our earlier run-in with Ronan has made the remaining demons cautious. They won't just mindlessly attack like before, leaving us without any leads.
Really?
You think Ronan and the demons might be working together? That sounds really dangerous.
Look,
I've never experienced demons working together. They're vengeful creatures, only out to fulfill their own sick desires. Yeah, but we're dealing with demons who are locked up in a big underground demon prison, and they've probably had a lot of time to get real comfortable around one another and discuss maybe we should work together and do some upheaval.
Oh, really?
Shows just how much you know about spirits, then. Explain yourself, mage.
Look.
Demon is just a term that we in the Empire use to describe a spirit that has lost its way and become distorted. There are, however, many types of spirits in the world, many who work alone and some who don't. Short version, please.
I wonder.
Please continue.
Thank you.
Thank you. You see, spirits can generally be divided into 4 different types. First, we have our common nature spirits. They vary in size, but are usually connected to things like old trees or larger bodies of water. Then there are the Fae, simple creatures, quite reclusive, since the Empire once hunted them almost to extinction. Mirages are quite interesting. They are beings created by powerful emotions. They are rarely powerful and don't possess much agency or will, but the more stubborn ones have a tendency to latch on to a place of their birth, like an echo lingering in places of great happiness or sadness. He is really enjoying himself. I love how with every text box, this guy's got like 800 different emotive sprites. And finally, we have ghosts. The spirits of mortals persist in this world for various reasons. Given the numbers and the style of our interactions with them so far, I would guess the demons we're encountering at the moment must be ghosts.
I can't believe this.
That's absurd. We'd know if a group of humans had been trapped underground like this. I never said it had to be human ghosts.
Are you sure?
Creepy. This is ridiculous. Such fairy tales will not help our situation. Do with the information what you will. My point was simply that if my theory is correct and these demon spirits are connected, if they died together, say an army or a family, well, then there's a good reason to believe that they are working together towards a common goal. And again, I think it's just a matter of if you get a bunch of people who don't even know each other in a place for long enough and they all want to get out, eventually they're going to start working on a way to find a way to get out.
So that's how it is.
And what goal would that be? Not a clue. You are the worst.
So.
There's still so much we don't know. We need more information.
If you want information about obscure old legends and the occult, I've got just the guy in mind.
Oh? I find
that highly suspicious.
But do you have much of an option?
It's got you there. It's got you there, Vicky. The tavern is fairly empty so early in the day.
I swear, Michael, if you brought us here to get drunk, I hope.
What is this, Michael? Back for another
Oh! Okay. So it's guy that I think is going to be the final boss, and Michael knows this guy. So... If my running theory is that this guy is the final boss and Michael is here and Michael knows him, maybe Michael's here because he knows this guy and is maybe trying to put a stop to what he's doing on the sly. A strange man walks up to your group, his thick round glasses gleaming in the candlelight as he glares pointedly at Michael. He seems familiar to you.
I might be. We're in a bit of a predicament, and I believe you have just the hints we need to move forward.
You know the rules. No spoilers.
Yeah, you're that bard. I know you.
Oh, I remember you. You're the bard who was telling stories to the kids in the town square.
Hey, do you happen to be missing a bird, sir? A magically enchanted bird, perhaps?
Yes.
Victoria killed it.
I remember.
I didn't tell her to do it.
Quite enthralled yourself. I appreciate an attentive audience. I believe we have not yet been introduced. My apologies. You may call me Rune.
Hey! I played Phantasy Star 4.
I am a bard who lives to tell stories, and tells stories to make a living.
You're gonna be insufferable, aren't you?
The Guild of Bards is an ancient group of performers and storytellers.
And they are so exhausting.
They guard over many of this world's greatest secrets. Getting them to tell those secrets is the tricky part.
Every story can be told. For a price.
You don't happen to have any stories about this area?
Of Anemone Valley?
Oh, have I been saying this wrong the whole time? Like, I've just always pronounced that flower as anemone. And I'm gonna continue to call it Anemone Valley. You're not gonna stop me.
Quite a few, actually. But from the way you ask, I suspect you are referring to something a little more specific.
Oh, we're talking real specific. We're talking, like, underground demon prison specific.
Demons.
All right, Vicky gets right to it. Yeah, I call her Vicky. We're BFFs now. Rune raised a brow, glancing Michael's
I
way.
see.
Are you able to help us?
I think I know what you're looking for.
Do you now?
But are you willing to pay?
Dude, there's more where that came from. My voice isn't even halfway tired yet. I am well over my cold. I can pay in all the grunts you need. I don't have a lot of money.
We'll pay you. Just name your price.
Committing to the purchase without hearing the price. Are you sure you work in a store? You're an alchemist, right? What about a potion?
A
in
potion!
return for
You want a
story?
potion of eternal sleep? I could brew that right now, and I could throw it at you if you maybe want to change the price. You know, unless you maybe want to change the price of this information that you might have.
I used to know this alchemist in another city who made a glasses polishing remedy that would last all day.
Glasses polishing remedy? All right.
No smudges, just clear eyesight.
I mean, as somebody who does wear glasses, ooh, there's an immersion break. As somebody who does wear glasses and has to clean them at least 3 times a day with a fancy little glasses cloth, so that they don't get scratched. Yeah! If I could just like wipe something on the start of the day and it lasts for 24 hours, I'd be happy as hell about that.
I am all out and won't be going back for quite a while.
I don't think I have a, did I? No, I just made like, I don't think the water, like the water bomb will do it. Assault the nerd with water bombs. I'm just going to come back with water bombs. Give us the information, nerd. Give us the information, nerd. And then when you're out of the water bombs, it's like, all right, this last one is an eternal sleep potion. What you got, nerdo?
Bring me something like that, and I'll share my knowledge.
The bard leaves and Victoria sighs, crossing her arms over her chest. Well, looks like we just got ourselves into a JRPG side quest.
I can't believe this.
I guess we'll have to drop by Elizabeth for this. How trouble. Why are you worried about? I mean, come on. Elizabeth's been nothing but charming, aside from her voice actor being kind of problematic. And I use that term lightly. Huh? You're complying with his request without objections? I've seen you shake down far less eccentric personalities for information. How come?
About that.
I'm kind of curious as well. I was sure you were gonna try. We were all Gosh, Victoria, it's so unlike you to not want to murder somebody. Maybe you're one of those mirage demons that Michael was talking about earlier. Tell us something only Victoria would know.
I don't handle every interaction with violence.
You should. You should. I think that it would just I think it would just kind of complete your character, really. I like all of these. Maybe not every interaction, but you're close to a pretty good 50-50 average, I'd say. Victoria glares at you darkly and draws her sword.
About that.
I'm not so foolish as to antagonize the Guild of Bar. Look, man, I may be a badass demon hunter, but even I'm not gonna mess with the guys who play lutes and sing.
How curious.
I didn't take you for the superstitious type.
So,
It has nothing to do with being superstitious. It is a well-known fact that if you play by the rules of those protected by the patron of the arts, or you face the
That
consequences.
seems odd.
I'm so confused. What are you guys talking about? The patron of storytellers, the Nightingale. An old god who's known to be rather mischievous towards those who wrong his charges. Once a farmer in my village refused to let a traveling bard seek shelter for a night in his barn. A week later, his fields flooded. The barn burned. That's a little more than just playing a prank. That is literally ruining this guy's livelihood. That is a little... A week later, his fields flooded, the barn burned, and the road he used to reach the village was mysteriously overtaken by dandelions. Jesus. That's not like a prank. That's not a deity, being a little facetious and just having a little fun. That's literally just, this god is literally a mob boss. The accidents only stopped after he went and made the proper sacrifices, asking forgiveness for his wrongdoing. Yeah, he went and paid tribute. I didn't think you'd be afraid of dandelions, Victoria. Those things burst through solid rock in only a night. I respect nature.
Well, isn't this neat?
Well, I, for one, find it very encouraging that even a knight of the Empire respects the wrath of the old gods. It makes you seem less like a military drone and more like an actual person.
Michael, I swear.
Oh, sod off! Let's move on. Guess you're off to make a potion!
I didn't think you'd be superstitious, Victoria. That's rather disappointing.
If you're talking about the fact that I trust Rune because he's a bard, that has nothing to do with superstition. Just common sense.
It's not common sense to trust the words of a complete stranger.
You trusted me, didn't you?
Well,
That's
that's different.
okay.
You're a knight.
And I trust Rune because he's a bard. It's that simple.
Interesting. That is a nuance to her character that I just would not have expected. Because I literally, like with everybody else in that scene, I was like, all right, when's she pulling out? When's she just gonna pull out the sword and be sick of this dickhead? Oh, hey, Victoria. Let's talk to Victoria. How you doing, sweetie? You find Victoria in the alchemy shop looking through the papers she found in Goldner's mansion. You move to approach her when a familiar sound rings out from her pocket. Uh-oh! Victoria sighs heavily and pulls out the orb of communication. In a flash of light, Alethea appears.
Victoria, do you have something to report?
I do. We've traced the origin of the demons to the crystal mines.
What?
It seems the mine, or more precisely the ore itself, is part of an ancient demon seal. The mining activity in the area damaged and freed the trapped spirits. It also appears that the owner of the mine himself knew that this was a risk, yet he continued his business undeterred.
A demon seal, then? How unfortunate.
You knew?
Ah?
I had a feeling. When our people first started reporting demon activity in the area, I knew there was a crystal mine in the vicinity. That's why I sent you to investigate, and not just some common scout. Regretfully, this isn't the first incident like this the Knights have had to deal with.
If there are more cases, then we should halt all mining activity immediately.
That's not gonna happen because, again, they don't want this to be known and they are trying to not cause a panic. Probably because they are way more involved in this than they are letting on.
At least until we can determine if more mines hold seals like these.
You know very well that if we did that,
Yep.
the entire continent would descend into chaos. People are dependent on these crystals. The few demon outbreaks we've experienced have been handled swiftly and discreetly by our... I expect the same from you.
And what if this isn't just a few demons? We've reason to believe the prison under Anemone Valley houses an army of these powerful demons.
Anemone. Anemone.
If the seal breaks,
Then you better see that it doesn't.
Even my caption program that I use to add captions to this thing reads, when I say anemone, it spells it right. So either anemone and anemone are both correct, or I'm correct and the game is wrong. I refuse to believe that I am wrong because I have seen, read, and heard anemone all my life. I know I'm interrupting a very important scene here to have this little moment, but I'm just saying, this is just how it's always been.
For all of our sakes.
The image disappears. Victoria lets out a frustrated sigh and slams the orb down hard on the table. Cursed politics.
politics.
You doing okay over here, Slappy?
Actually,
It really shouldn't be that surprising by now that politics have ruined everything for us! There's a screenshot if I've ever seen one. Just like I shouldn't be surprised that you would be the type to eavesdrop on a private conversation. Well, it is my house.
about
I mean, sure, I'd like to, but you're kind of standing in my shop, so... You have a point. Victoria lets out a long, drawn-out sigh, running her hand down her face.
So that's how it is.
It appears that we are not getting any help from the capital for dealing with Goldner. What a mess.
No doubt Michael's going to have a fine laugh about this.
It's okay. I think if anything, Michael's got us headed down the right path here. Michael may be kind of annoying. He may know more than he's letting on, but he's definitely, I think we're definitely on the right path with him here. It isn't your fault that politics have complicated things. You're trying your best. That's what matters. My intentions won't amount to much if that man doesn't face justice for what he's done. I will make things right somehow. Just what kind of knight would I be if I couldn't even right such an obvious wrong? You witness a rare glimpse of Victoria being vulnerable and it throws you. Yeah, she's pretty, yeah.
About that.
Even if you fail, you'd still be you. You'd still be my friend. Victoria blinks at you, startled. Like, wait, what? Like, dude, I still kind of literally want to throw you in jail, but you're my friend? Your friend, huh? Even after everything, you'd still consider me... Are you crazy, or do you just have a lack of self-preservation? She laughs. But thank you for what it's worth. That means a lot.
Alethea might have decided that Goldner and the mines can't be touched. I respect her decision, but that doesn't mean we can't do a little bit of digging.
All right! We are not hamstrung yet.
He will pay for what he's done. One way or another.
See, I'm with her. We're going all in. Like, this guy's gotta suffer somehow. Let's bring him down.
About that.
He won't get away with this. Victoria smiles at you gratefully. You get up and leave.
I'm jealous of your tenacity, you know. I stopped believing the Empire could change a long time ago. Yet here you are, fighting the corruption from behind the lines. You are stupid if you think your actions will ever change anything. But perhaps, if we had more stupid people in the world, things would be different.
Or maybe, if people like you took a break from spreading chaos in the world, I'd have enough time to deal with more important problems.
But where would the fun be? Be honest. You'd be dead bored if you didn't have
You
people
love
like
me.
To chase around.
You are impossible.
All right, I like their dynamic. That's really fun. So yeah, I'm wondering now, like, if so I think we are actually locked into, Anne as a romantic partner now, because that feels like a moment where we would have been given, a prompt to tell her that, like, we got feelings for her, and instead it went the friends route. We didn't get, like, the system UI, hey, Dumbo, make your choice now. This is for really reals. So I think that, like, all the romance options for other characters will probably be off the table from this point on. Which, I mean, that's fine. I think that that's cool. They're locking us in. They're making you make a decision. Like, if you're that into it, like, we're not gonna do the visual novel thing where we give you an easy way out.
Welcome back.
Hello there, Polly. What can I help you with? I need to clean some glasses. So I've got an odd request. A cleaning potion that keeps a pair of glasses clean all day.
How curious.
That is indeed an odd request. Again, I can literally, right now, make a potion that will kill a man. But turning invisible and now cleaning glasses are the hardest things to do. The developers are having a laugh. Please, if there is a developer watching this right now, tell me you are having a laugh about this. Tell me that this is supposed to be as absurd as I'm thinking it is, because I'm going insane. I thought you were hunting demons. all part of my big plan of having superior eyesight when we face down the demons.
Leatherous mercy.
Oh, this child is beyond help. I take it you're running an errand for someone? Just all right through me, huh? That's such a specific request, though. This is most curious. Glasses! Glasses are such a weird thing! Give him soap and call it a day!
So...
Should we just mix up some cleaning agent for him and call it a day?
No.
It won't be any need for that. As luck would have it, I've made that specific potion many times before. One of my friends long ago wore spectacles, and I spent weeks perfecting a potion so she could... Well, that's not important. Yes, it is! Cough it up! It just strikes me as incredibly lucky that your patron asked for this one specifically. I can show you how to make it easily, however... Guess I'm off to Quinn's. Sounds like I need to pay Quinn a visit.
Yes.
Be sure to say hi for me, dear. All right.
I'll be off then.
Very well. Take care.
Okay. Hey, Quinn!
What can I do for you today?
Hi, Polly. What can I do for you today? So about the Wilted Forest.
Anne has already filled me in on the failed ritual.
It's quite unfortunate, but explains the results I got from the soil earlier. The life of the forest was simply sucked out, and the earth was left barren. I'm afraid nothing will grow there for many years to come. Dang, that sucks. It's just plants. God! You can just be an amazing dick face, can't you?
I can't believe this.
That can't possibly be the end of it. There must be some way to fix it.
Actually,
It might be possible to use nature magic to return life to the
I've
soil.
never actually tackled such a large-scale project before.
Oh, we're gonna get a new side quest?
It's quite a bit out of my jurisdiction, so to say.
Well... Well, it's not like it can get any worse if you don't succeed. The forest can't get more dead.
Really?
That's a valid point, actually.
All right, I'll give it a go.
There
What's the
you
harm in
go. That's my friend right there. I could use your help, though. There are some alchemical potions I'm familiar with from back at college that might speed up the process. All right, side quest time.
I'll do it.
I can help out. What do you need?
Thank you.
Thank you so much. Okay, so what do we need? I suppose for the base of the spell, I could really use a strong fertilizer. Do you think you could brew some for me?
I'm not
Fertilizer,
so sure about
that's glamorous. Hold on, let me go. Y'all got plumbing in this town, right? I think we can solve that one pretty easily.
Nature is remarkable.
That's nature for you. Just swing by whenever you have the potion, then I'll get started.
So
Elizabeth sent me for more supplies again. We're making another potion.
What do you need?
Let me see what she needs. Quinn looks through the list and frowns. I'm getting some interesting orders from you lately. I have some of this, but I'm afraid I just sold my last lilies right before you came in.
tell me.
Who brought
about-
them? It was a young boy who
young
came by to
boy who
purchase
came by
them.
to purchase them.
Okay, so it's gonna be the little kid, Kim.
Light hair, red eyes, a
General look of a lost puppy.
Lost puppy? Really?
That sounds like Kim. Where did he go? We're not gonna go mug him or anything. Victoria isn't with us, for one. So I'm heading out of town and into the forest. Oh, good.
Let's go.
We might still catch him if we're quick.
That's great.
That was quite lucky. I'm sure Kim won't mind helping us. Let's go find him.
Take care.
Take care, you two. All right, so... How you doing, Kim? What's up? You and Mime head out into the woods to search for the lilies Quinn sold. You search for a while before stumbling upon a small clearing with a couple of modest oh boy, we're gonna steal lilies from graves. We're literally gonna steal flowers from graves.
Think he's around here somewhere?
Alchemist.
Holly, what are you doing here?
And is this a spirit?
Uh-huh. Mime, did you cast your spell? What? A spirit? No, I don't think that's gonna work, Polly.
Are you sure?
But spirits are illegal. Oh, don't be such an Evan. Is she like the one that possessed Ronan? She's worse.
Actually...
Oh, she's much worse. What? Polly! Don't listen to her. She's just being an idiot. I'm not an evil spirit, just a normal one, I guess. Please, don't be afraid of me. Kim's face turns a dark shade of red and he looks away, rubbing his neck. I see. I mean, you don't seem like a bad spirit, so thank you so much.
I'm still surprised to run into you out here. Not many folks come along this path anymore.
Really?
Then what are you doing out here?
Oh, well, you see...
Kim holds up a bouquet of flowers with a sad smile.
I'm visiting my
Yeah,
parents.
we're stealing flowers from a grave. He motions to the graves in the clearing, and Mime deflates.
I'm sorry.
Don't be. They died when I was very young, so I don't really remember them much.
Yeah, but it still sucks.
For all my life, it's been Ronan who's taken care of me. He doesn't like coming here, though. He says it's a waste to cling to the past like that, but I don't know. I heard that putting lilies on a grave allows you to connect to the dead buried there. I was gonna ask them if they could help me bring Ronan back.
Well, hey, guess what? We need some lilies, so sorry about that whole communication with your parents thing. I need those flowers. I'm not gonna interrupt a kid putting flowers on a grave. I'll let him go away first, then I'll take him when he's gone.
I see.
I see. You should go and give them your flowers then. Right, excuse me. Kim walks over and sets the flowers down on the grave. He then folds his hands and whispers a soft prayer. So, Alethoros or any paragon who has the time, please bring this message to my mom and dad. I wish for you to help me guide my brother back to me. Please and thank you. And I hope nobody steals these wonderful flowers that I left for you. He nods, satisfied, and walks back to you. I did it. Hope they heard. Anyway, I should get going. Good luck on your quest, Polly.
And it was really nice meeting you, Mime.
You too. Kim rushes back to town, leaving you and Mime alone in the clear. This game is not going to make me steal the flowers off the grave because I refuse to ask. Is this game literally gonna do this to me? God! Look at Mime! Mime, why do you have a shit-eating grin? Why I have to make this decision? Mime, you are the worst! We'll get them somehow!
So...
Come on, Mime, let's go.
Huh?
But what about the flowers? The potion? What will you do? Robbing a grave, that's bad juju.
About
I might not be a paragon of morality, but even I think robbing a grave is a bit too much. We'll just have to find some other way to satisfy Rune.
Okay.
Yeah, you're right. This is a bit much for magical soap, isn't it? Let's just hope Rune thinks the same. Okay. So we don't have interesting how they're gonna handle this.
What can I do for you today?
Oh, we just can't do it.
Gotta go.
Take care.
Interesting.
Ah, so you have returned?
Yeah! I didn't rob a grave for this, just so you know.
Did you succeed in your little quest?
So here's the So, you were totally gonna laugh about this, but, I don't have it. The bard laughs. I see. So, don't worry about it. You've already done enough for me. Huh? I have a certain fondness for long, intricate quests that culminate in a tough moral choice.
How interesting.
It was quite fascinating seeing which path you took, and the ending? Just captivating. Wait!
I see.
Seems like we were tricked. I tip my hat to you, sir. Well played. Every good story needs a bit of comic relief, though I suspect you provide plenty of... God! I made the right moral choice and I still get dunked on? Are you for real? So what kind of hero did you turn out to be?
Let's see.
One who finds allies in the oddest of places. Yet you didn't use that to gain what you needed? Valuing your friend's happiness over the mission at hand?
Perhaps.
A noble thought, but essentially useless. Tragic heroes are the ones who insist on trying to make everyone happy. A deal is a deal.
One story for another.
One story for another.
Well then, let me tell you the legend of the Forgotten Library.
Let's go.
Anemone Valley has always had a myriad of legends connected to it. The Crystal Ore Underground has given life to many a tale of spirits and wisps, and so it was no wonder when a group of mage archivists settled down in the valley to study it. They blended in among the townsfolk, quietly conducting their research, eventually settling down, starting families. For many years they worked in peace, but any great historian can tell you how inevitable the great wheel of time turns peace to war.
That do be how humanity works.
The Empire had wasted years engaged in a foolish conflict in the north, and their failures had been chronicled diligently by archivists stationed at the border. Eventually, someone realized that rewriting history was easier than winning the war. But that's a hard thing to do when a bunch of dusty academics enjoy.
Yeah, oh, I think I know where this is going.
The archivists of the valley recognized what was about to happen and chose to bury their life's work in a secret vault underground. The Forgotten Library.
Okay.
Legend has it that chronicles of history, long since lost to time, remain intact in those sealed halls, waiting for someone to discover their secrets. As for the archivists themselves, they vanished overnight, taking with them all evidence of them having lived here at all. No one has seen them since.
A library underground? How would it even be possible to keep something like that a secret?
If there was one thing the archivists excelled at, it was keeping secrets. Blood and legacy spells were a specialty of theirs. It wouldn't surprise me if only those with the blood of an archivist may be allowed to enter that place. Quite exciting.
The blood of an archivist?
Michael.
Yep.
But that is it for my stories tonight. I think you have all the pieces you need to proceed. Have fun.
Rune leaves and you turn to follow suit when something blue catches your eye at his table. Innocently illuminated by the candlelight lays a bundle of sky blue lilies.
Come on.
Oh, what a jerk! You pick up the flowers and leave. Okay. So, what can we do over here now? Are you ready to search for the forgotten? No, God, no. That is like the next big story thing. It looks like there's a lot we have going on, so I think we are gonna go ahead and call things there for now. The picture is starting to really come into view now, though. Things are starting to get very, very interesting. Wow, the story's starting to go places, and I'm really in now. Like, I'm hooked. Like, I'm starting to like with the underground library thing. Like, I hadn't, like, they had mentioned a few times, or they had hinted at the fact like this empire is not really fond of history. And I'm just thinking, okay, that underground library, and I think maybe those demons, and the fact that, you know, those archivists just kind of disappeared. I don't think all of that is coincidental, but those are issues we will save for another time. So thank you, as always, for finding your way here and hanging out. And I hope you have a nice rest of your whatever, wherever you are, and we will catch you next time. Bye-bye!